I literally just sit down to start filming and it starts raining. So that's fun. I've just seen on the weather that thunderstorms are pretty imminent. They could happen any time now. We have the yellow warning for thunderstorms. So that's great, I've just seen that. So I apologise if Thor comes out to party while I'm filming. But anyway, hello everyone, it's Jess and welcome back to my channel, and this is my August TBR. I look like shit and I feel like shit, so I apologise in advance if this video is a little bit all over the place today. I had a very long day at work yesterday. I was at work for nearly 15 hours. Had a very late night because, well, I can't really talk about it. I'm not allowed to talk about it, but let's just say some things happen at work that were not good. I mean, it's not the worst thing we've ever had happen at work, but it was bad, and yeah, it meant that we couldn't leave the restaurant until things were sorted, and it took a very long time. And yeah, I'm very tired. So I don't know how this video is gonna go. I always planned to film it today, but because of everything that happened, I didn't go to bed until quite late this morning, early this morning, late this morning, whatever. And I haven't been awake for very long, and I have to be at work in about 4 hours. So I don't know how I'm going to get this video filmed and edited and uploaded before then, amongst everything else that I have to do today before work, but we're going to try. Anyway, I think I just heard thunder, but on to the TBR. So August, it's going to be a pretty busy month for me. I'm going on holiday. I'm going away to London with my boyfriend for a bit. He's got some extra time off work next week, which means I have very little time to film because he wants to do stuff with me when I'm not at work, or like on my days off and stuff. And then yeah, work is just very crazy right now. And because of the pingdemic and everything, we're having a lot of problems with that, and people are being called in extra, and yeah, my hours have just been crazy. So I don't know how I'm going to get on with reading this month, but I'm going to try. And one of the first books that I want to read in August is the book for the Buzzwordathon. So the word for August is any word pertaining to a time of day. So it could be morning, night, evening, afternoon, anything like that. And I have gone with The Night Before by Wendy Walker. So I bought this book at the start of the first lockdown last year, all the way back in March 2020, with the intention of reading it during lockdown, and I never did. But this one is just about, I think it's about two sisters, Rosie and Laura, and one of them has a troubled past, and one of them disappears after going out on a blind date. So Laura disappears after going out on a date, and then Rosie is basically searching for her. That's all I really know about it. I've got another book by Wendy Walker somewhere, and I've heard very mixed things about her books. They're very hit and miss. People either like them or they don't. But I'm willing to give this one a go. It's a very short book, and I haven't read thrillers in a long time. Actually, I think I did read one in July, actually. I can't remember. But I want to kickstart the month with something that's going to be pretty easy to get through, because I have a lot of chunky books on this list as well. So next I'm going to talk about books that I have picked for a readathon that I am taking part in in August, the Merlin readathon. I will post all the information down in the description box below for you guys, the Twitter page and things like that, if you want to check it out for yourselves and get involved. But I love Merlin. It was one of my favourite TV shows in the world, and I was so sad when it ended, but I really enjoy getting involved in things that are related to stuff that I love. So when I saw that this was a thing, I was jumping straight on to that bandwagon. And so basically the Merlin readathon is set up like this. This is the picture. And you basically have different paths to take. So you have 4 prompts at the bottom, and you just pick a prompt and you keep going and picking a next prompt until you get to the tops of the different levels. So you have apprentice, magician, conjurer, sorcerer, and you just keep going until you get to the end. So this was a challenge for me because there are a lot of books that I wanted to read that could fit a lot of these prompts, and I did think about doing like 2 of the paths, but that feels like it might be a bit too ambitious. This readathon is taking place for the first 2 weeks of August, but like I said, it's going to be a busy month. I don't know how much time I'm going to have, so I'm going to stick to the one path for now. So the first one that I have picked is to read a book with green on the cover. So there's a goblin in the castle. Protect yourself against their foul stench. Read a book with green on the cover. And I have chosen the gilded ones for this one. This is a stunning book cover. It is absolutely beautiful. One of my favourite book covers by far this year. This is also one of my 5-star predictions, so I'm very eager to get to this one. I've heard incredible things about it. So this one is a fantasy, an African inspired fantasy, and it is all about this girl who lives in a village, and they have this ceremony that kind of tests people's blood, and if your blood runs red, then you belong to the village and you go off and you live your life as normal with the village. But if your blood runs gold, you are considered impure, a demon, I guess, and you will receive a fate worse than death. And this girl's blood is gold, and she ends up being part of an army, and that is all I really know about it. But like I said, I've heard fantastic things about it, so I've been really excited for this one for some time. So moving on from that prompt, we had 2 others that I could have picked, but I have gone for this one. Merlin has been poisoned. Help Arthur on a quest to find a healing flower. Read a book with a map. I'm going to read Game of Thrones for this one. This was in my July TBR, but I never got round to it. So I'm definitely going to squeeze it in here. I've been wanting to reread this for some time. Do I need to tell you what Game of Thrones is about? Not really. It's one of those things that everybody has heard of. If you haven't, then I don't know what to tell you really. But yeah, this one has a map in it. It has several maps in it. So I just thought, why not make this the book for that prompt? Next, I have gone for Grain is in trouble at the local tavern. Be a good friend and help him out. Read a book featuring friendship. I've gone for a thriller with this one. The Holiday by T.M. Logan. This was another one that I tried to read in July. It was on my to maybe read pile and I didn't get around to it. But I'm going to use it for this prompt because this one is about friendship. It's like following these friends who are on holiday, and they're all the friends, they're all married to each other. Not all married to each other, that's no, but they're couples who are friends. They're married couples who are all friends with each other, and someone ends up dead, and one of the women's husband has an affair with another woman, and yeah, a whole lot of drama ensues. don't know anything else other than that, but I've heard really good things about this one. A lot of people have told me over on Instagram that this is one of their favourite thrillers, so I'm very excited for this one. And then lastly, I have gone with You Have Found the Sword in the Stone. To claim it and finish your quest, read a 5-star prediction. And I've gone for The Poppy War, another fantasy, so there's going to be a lot of fantasy this month. But yeah, again, this is a book that I have heard absolutely incredible things about. It's based on Chinese culture, which is really exciting. I haven't read a fantasy based off Chinese culture yet. This is another one that has a map, so that could have fit the map prompt as well. But this one is all about a girl who discovers that she possesses a lethal, unearthly power and aptitude for the nearly mythical art of shamanism. Exploring her gift with the help of a seemingly insane teacher, Rin learns that gods long thought dead are very much alive, and that mastering these powers could mean more than just surviving school. And it's set in a world where they've already had like 2 Poppy Wars, and they're on the brink of the 3rd Poppy War. This is the first book in a trilogy, and I am so behind with these books. I feel like I'm the only person in the world that hasn't read it. So I'm going to change that this month. Alright, so those are all the books for the Merlin readathon. And hopefully I can read all 4 of those. Like I said, it takes place over 2 weeks, so it is more than doable, I think. The other 2 books that I would like to read in August, because I don't really know what else I would like to read. I don't have much of a plan after the books that I have just mentioned. But I do have a couple of books that I feel like I might read. One of them is The Final Empire. So yes, another fantasy, another really chunky book. But again, this is the first book in the Mistborn trilogy, and I've heard incredible things about those books. I've heard incredible things about Brandon Sanderson in general, and it's another book that I feel like I'm missing out on. I feel like I'm the only person that hasn't read it. I'm not even going to try and explain what this book is about, because it just sounds really complicated. But it is set in a world where like evil is ruling. Evil has prevailed and everyone's living in this kind of dark world. And there are some people who are essentially out there to change that, to overthrow the Dark Lord. Is that what he's called? The Dark Lord? Yeah. So sounds like something I would enjoy. This is probably a book that I'm going to get to towards the end of August. We will see. And then another book that I feel like I might be able to squeeze in this month is the 392. So this is all about this group of people who are on a bus in London, and this guy steps on and people suspect that he is a terrorist. And we're basically just seeing snippets of what is going through these characters' heads as this guy walks on, what they think and how they feel. And it sounds really interesting. It sounds very different to books I would normally read. I wouldn't normally read this kind of thing. But yeah, it just sounds really interesting. It'd be quite interesting to see what these characters' reactions are and how different they're going to be. But yeah, it's a very short book, this one, so I feel like I could get this done in maybe one sitting. It's less than 200 pages. Yeah, so we'll see. And then I do have 2 books that I'm currently reading that I need to finish. So one of the first books is on my Kindle, and that is Once Upon a Time I Lived on Mars. I started that the other day. I have an ARC copy of it. I know the book is out now, so I've been wanting to prioritise it for quite a while. But this one is just about a science journalist who became part of a high seas exploration mission to live on a secluded base for 4 months in Hawaii that kind of emulates Mars, and it was just kind of like to see how people would cope with that scenario in the event of sending people to Mars in the future, and it just sounds really cool, something that I would enjoy. And then the other book that I need to finish at some point in August is Valentina. This book is not what I thought it was. I didn't realise this book was erotica. I thought it was historical fiction because it has elements of historical fiction. It's set in two timelines, in 2012 and 1929. But yeah, it's very saucy. Not that I'm complaining. So we'll see how I get on with this one, but I am enjoying it so far. Those are the books that I would like to read in August. I'm going to wrap this video up here. The weather has held out for me, so I appreciate that a lot. I am very tired. So I'm going to go now and I'm going to get this video edited and uploaded for you guys. Please let me know in the comments down below if you've read any of the books that I have mentioned in today's video and what you thought of them, because as always I appreciate your feedback and opinions. Please leave a cheeky thumbs up if you like this video, and please subscribe to my channel so you can see more videos from me in the future. And thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all in my next video very soon. In about a week, maybe. Bye, guys.